Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to your reading. So settle on in. Let's get started. Today's Pickacard reading, what I'm trying to do today, I'm just trying to bring a little bit of alleviation, okay? I think that the events of the world right now, my clients, my friends and family know I'm not trying to be a sensationalist or like fear mongering. I just think like it's a little bit like extra, like it's a lot's going on. And the words and terminology that I would use for what's going on are more synonymous with like stress and like collapse, not so much like peace, love, and like happiness. It's not like we're going through like a very unprecedented time. I feel like just our generations are the first generations that are like, we're like the wild west of technology. We're the first generations that are like being able to see all these things like play out like in live time, like on our phones, and then somehow we're expected to just like go to work and go to sleep and like wake up and like do it again. And like I just feel like it's a really confusing, weird time because myself personally, I don't know how to reconcile like the images and the things that I'm seeing, especially like the wars and genocide that we're like, I don't know what to do about any of it. And sometimes it makes me feel, I think, naturally helpless. And so I just wanted to show up today in the ways that I can. And I feel like my guides have been encouraging me to do a collective reading for a while. I typically just don't have the time to do collective readings. Today I did 5 piles, 20 to 25 minutes each. I'm not getting paid to do these. I'm not monetizing any of my work. And also it's just, I mean, like, let's be honest here. Sometimes it's just easier to forget and like disassociate from reality than actually like dive in and tap in. But I need to show up in the ways that I can and try and alleviate. So today's reading is just about alleviating any pressure that you guys are possibly feeling. Maybe today there's no messages here for you guys. Maybe some of these readings and these piles, you guys are not resonating with it. Maybe you are. Don't shoot the messenger. I am just trying today to bring even like an ounce of alleviation, or I don't even want to say positivity. It's like alleviating an ounce of stress or an ounce of pain. Then I feel like that's my intention, and then I've done my job. So again, remember, these are general readings. These are not personal readings. If you want a personal readings are super exact to you and your situation. General readings are kind of like an abstract painting to me. And I think only readers can understand what I'm saying, but I'm trying to explain it in a way that everybody can understand. It's like looking at a painting and it's like I can see red blob, like a blue blob. I don't know if that's a truck though. I don't know if it's a flower bouquet. I don't know if it's a car. I don't know what it is. I'm just literally trying to read the energy as best as I can. And there's so many nuances. Everyone's situations are different. Thankfully, we don't have a super large collective here that watches these videos. I think it's between 30 to 70 views I get on these things. So the collective is like super small. I had so many great questions from you guys. Some of the suggestions from you guys were like super funny. And if I had more time on my hands, man, would I have picked some of those, honestly. I think what I want to do at the end of the reading is I want to answer a couple of those questions. So I'm going to put a timestamp at the end actually of this. And I want you to click that timestamp because that's going to be like, I'm going to answer some of your questions. I'm not going to say your guys' name, but I'm going to answer some of your questions that you did have to answer your question. So I'll see you guys in your pile. And then if you check out the end and you see that your question was in there, I'm going to answer those really quickly though. So those will be LOL and great. Maybe in the description box, I'll put the questions that I specifically answered for those who suggested topics. Without further ado, I've been talking all day. I TTYL. I'll see you in your group. Okay, bye. Guys, here's your pile selection. I do not have a tripod, and if I put my hand on both sides of the iPad, it creates a weird buzzing noise. So I'm doing my best out in these streets. If you guys need to pause this to think about what pile you're gonna pick today, go ahead and do that. You should listen to your gut instinct though. Kind of the first pile that calls you is the one that you should be drawn to. It's not that deep. You shouldn't think that hard about it. It's possible that there's messages in multiple piles for you guys. It's possible that there's no messages here today. So just take a deep breath and connect to your center. Just listen. If you want to pause me, like I said, go ahead. I do want to say that the 5th pile I typically reserve for therapists, physical therapists, parents, anyone who's in a caretaking role, who's caretaking themselves or the collective,
Also, just my empaths, people who are sensitive to energy, who are just super spiritual. I just like to reserve a pile that helps those people. If you were drawn to the fifth pile, though, it doesn't mean that there's not messages there for you. It just means that those messages are more geared towards cleansing energy and upholding energy and things like that. So I will see you guys in your piles without further ado.
My beautiful souls, group one, settle on in. Let's go through some disclaimers. If there's loud noises, nothing I can do about it. It doesn't throw me off, so hopefully it doesn't throw you off. I'm just filming these over the next couple of days in between tasks, so I just worked out right now. It's not really about looks, okay? But just throwing that out there that it's just it's casual. This is a general reading. If you want a super specific reading, you might want a personal reading. I'm just saying, like, if I'm talking about something that you guys have already worked on, then you guys have already worked on that. Like, it's important, I think, in this day and age, like, just regardless, I think it's important that you guys think for yourself, that you guys question who you're getting your information from, what teachings you guys are absorbing, what truths you guys are absorbing, what you believe is true. That's one of the cards that came out from my deck, like, what you feed grows. Like, so be very wary of what you guys are consuming, and just know sometimes you might hear something and be like, I worked on it, but also you might be in delusion. It's you. It's up to you. Okay, so just want to go over the group a little bit and like a synopsis. If you guys are feeling super lonely, if you feel like you've just been on this path forever and like there's a feeling of loneliness here, that you guys feel like you're not from here, right? You guys feel like you're from another planet or something. Like, I feel like you guys, like, what's coming through all these different decks, I have 4 different card pools right now. I did this to save time. What's coming through all these different decks is that you guys feel super duper lonely. Like, you guys are having trouble finding, even if I'm hearing some of you have, like, great friends, or some of you have people in your life who you really do genuinely love. But whatever it is, cracking through spirit, I'll do that a lot. I forgot to do that as a disclaimer. It's like a burp. I'm sorry. Whatever it is, it's like you guys are longing for some sort of community, friendship circle, a relationship. Something's going on here where this loneliness is killing you. Like Britney Spears, my loneliness is killing me. You guys, like, from this deck, I have you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, community. Right? From this other deck, the Nova Oracle, I have the red friend. From this deck here, the red is bad in that deck. From this deck here, I have longing for home, homesick for the stars. You guys, there's this feeling here. Do you understand my drift of what I'm saying? There's a feeling here of loneliness. You guys are feeling like you're longing for home. You don't know. So if that's resonating a little bit with you. Also, if you guys have been through, I would say if this group has been through like a how do you want to call it? Because I hate being like super spiritual. Like, if you've been on a self-improvement journey and you've been trying to quit certain patterns, and I'm hearing for some of you this has been going on for a long time. You guys have been working for a long time, then this is your group. So how I feel like you guys can help relinquish some of the stress that we're all collectively feeling in the world, and how you can kind of, because like, it's not about being delusional and forgetting that there's pain in the world, but I just feel like, and I'm not trying to be a sensationalist either, I just genuinely feel like this is a very difficult time for a lot of people, which is why I felt moved to do a reading. So in order to help you guys feel a little bit better, to help you keep your head on a little bit straighter, to help you stand up a little bit taller, to just lighten the load, I think that you guys overthink a little bit too much. From my deck, we have the 5 hindrances. An unsettled mind can't settle. That's monkey mind. Some of you might know this if you've already worked with me, but like, your mind can go places your body cannot. And so your mind can go to a past that your body can't go to. And I genuinely think that we get, it's uncomfortable when our mind and our body are not in the same place. That's why we strive to kind of stay in the present moment. And we think sometimes, like, thinking about the future on the other end, like we're being, preemptive, and we're seeing a strike before it happens, or we're gonna avoid some sort of catastrophe if we're constantly thinking about the future. So your mind's in the future and your body's in the present moment. Again, that I feel like it creates disease. Like, it just doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel like something's wrong, like you got a little anxiety, you don't know what's going on. You guys have this habit of not being in the same, your mind never being in the same place as your damn body. And I think what would help you guys genuinely is to try and keep those two things in the same place. We also have from my deck quit self-sabotaging. I do think that you guys have been trying to improve, but there's also something here, and again, I'm not commenting good or bad. I'm literally just commenting. It's as unemotional as if I was like presenting it in a court of law to like a judge. It's unemotional. I'm just saying you guys have a habit from what the cards are showing, and I know this is like a overall generalized synopsis, but it seems like you guys have a little bit of like an attachment to some sort of pessimistic or negative thinking. Quit self-sabotaging came out from my deck, and then doubt came out from this other deck. We have indecision, we have regrets. It just seems like there's a lot of, and the unsettled mind shit, it seems like there's a lot of energy that is still, I don't know if some of you feel like the best years of your life are behind you. I don't know if some of you just feel like it's been a really hard go the last couple of years. I feel you on that. I feel like the world can collectively feel you on that. That's like the good news, and the bad news is that like everybody is collectively feeling this. Like, it's not singular to you, and I'm not saying that any of you are victimizing yourself or being like, oh, poor me. In the event that you are, please stop, because what you feed grows. Like, if you feed that you're a victim or that shit sucks, I mean, it does suck, but like if you're feeding, the feeling I'm getting is a little bit defeatist. It's like sometimes, and I think that you guys are actually super productive, but sometimes it doesn't matter. Like, there's some negative Nelly in y'all's head that could definitely go. And if that could go, then I think that things could feel a little bit lighter for you. Because remember, I'm trying to help you guys lighten the load, feel a little lighter. We have from my deck Buddhist principles, like memories are not living things. You are what keep them alive or not. Again, what memories and like, I don't want to say programs and paradigms and use all these spiritual terms, but what memories are you guys actually holding on to, and is it serving you anymore? Like, a memory in itself is not a living thing. It is you that keeps them alive or not. And so maybe when we have what you feed grows, monkey mind, this unsettled mind, this self-sabotaging shit, I think the best thing to start doing is being mindful. Like, I tell my clients sometimes, like, scientists say we think 15,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day. I don't know how they quantify that. I really don't. But if I was to give you a red ball for every negative thought that you had and a yellow ball for every like positive or helpful, like in Buddhism, it's not positive. It's either your thoughts are helpful or harmful. If I gave you a color, what would the color coordination be at the end of the day? How many yellow balls would there be compared to red balls? Like, we have to check ourselves sometimes. And I understand that there's a lot of pain right now collectively. The way that I deal with it is zooming out a lot. Like, I understand how rare life is. We could have been, I think this came out from the deck, I forgot. Our consciousness is a guest in this body. The body is a temporary dwelling. No one can stay in it permanently. This guest consciousness will depart one day from the shelter it received. With so many millions of species, we are lucky to be incarnated as humans. Like, you weren't born a moth. You weren't born an ant. You weren't born a bug. Like, we feel bad for the bugs in Buddhism because they can't conceptualize their own existence. Like, out of all the mammals that you were born a human. You know, like, we invented cups and iPhones and ways to soothe ourselves, and blankets and pillows and lamps and like robes and plants and like pets and like all these things. And so there's an intelligence to humans that humans have that animals don't have that we should tap into. We are animal. There's animal defense mechanisms that go off, like stress responses to fear. They're very legitimate. A stress response to fear is like legitimately built in you and coded in your DNA. But I'm not trying to commiserate with you, or like, we're trying to elevate the mood a little bit, because we've got to tackle some bigger issues, I think, collectively. Like, collectively, I think we have to tackle some bigger issues here, and the only way we're going to be able to do that is if we start getting in control of ourself and our mindset. And from my deck, I have no problem removing myself from the situation I let go. So either you guys are letting go of situations that are no longer just like in your best interest, or you guys need to, or just in general, like when you find yourself going on this like loop of unsettled thinking and like going over and over and over again, like it's just like non-identification. To me, that's like a projector screen. Like, your thoughts need a projector screen to be projected on. Something needs to be projected onto. When I'm I haven't done this in a long time, but this exercise I wrote down, correcting through spirit, non-identification. When I'm like going and I'm going with my mind, I almost picture the movie theater screen going and like rolling up so that my thoughts can't be projected onto it. It's like I non-identify with the thoughts that I have. Again, if scientists say we think 15,000 to 60,000 thoughts, okay, if I take 30,000 a year, I think it's like 11 million some odd change. If I take 60,000 thoughts, that's 22 million some odd change thoughts that you have a year. In Buddhism, we say not every thought you have is going to be... Sometimes the program, like, errors. Sometimes you get caught in a program that no longer serves you. And I think that you guys, just in general, like, what thoughts are you having? Are they more self-defeating? Like, it's almost like for a day or two, I would like you guys just to relax a little bit and be more in a observance of your thoughts and like clouds, kind of keeping a distance, just observing them and seeing where there can be improvement. And see, because I just have this feeling with this group that you guys have attached. I don't know, I'm hearing I'm unlovable. I don't know, I'm hearing that. Some of you guys are attached to some things. Memories are not living things. It's you keeping it alive. You're keeping something alive here that I think is breaking y'all's own heart. I know the world is all breaking our heart collectively. Like, we're living in an unprecedented time where we can see, like, genocide and we can see all these things. And I'm not trying to get monetized, so it doesn't matter what the fuck I say. But we're seeing all these things, and somehow we're supposed to go to bed. And then somehow we're supposed to go to work. And then somehow we're supposed to just, like, we're seeing all this, too much information, all these changes that are happening in the world, that are happening in the U.S. It's a very charged time. The weather is crazy. She's doing crazy things. I'm just saying, whatever you believe, whatever side of the shit you're on, you can't sit here and say that it's just like things are super chill. Maybe some people can say that. I don't think it's super chill right now. So I feel like you guys just have to get into some vein where you start course correcting a little bit and we start trying to enjoy our life experience a little bit more. If you guys are lonely, I really do urge you to believe, because from my deck we have I'm consciously co-creating with spirit and the divine, wonderful and beautiful universe. So like there was a time where I was kind of transitioning my whole life, like just what I was doing with my life, my friend groups, things like that. And I remember calling out, like I used to close my eyes and picture myself as like a lighthouse, as cheesy as this is. I used to picture myself as a lighthouse putting a light call out in the dark. And I would just like be like, I call in like my soul family, just like people who get me, friends who are, you know, sincere and not super like what, like just like I was like calling in what I wanted. And I believe that really came to me because it was something that I called out for. And I'm just being called to tell you guys that and to share that with you guys, that you can call in. That's what I'm trying to say. It's almost like it's better sometimes to call in what you want and to focus on the things that you do want than it is to focus on the things that are going wrong or that you don't want. Like, the brain is designed to answer questions for you guys. So when you're asking, why does my life suck? Why does this shit never work out? Why, I'm just saying, if anybody's ever asked that, which I'm sure they have, your brain is designed to answer that question. So sometimes I say, why is my day going so well? Like, I know it seems a little delulu, but I'm also just trying to enjoy. Like, I believe in past lives, y'all. I believe in reincarnation. I do. I just believe that there's more to this. I do. But I'm also only conscious of this one. And out of all the possible potential solar systems or galaxies I could have been born into, the number of, like, planets out there is... They just, like in Chile, the telescope took a picture of like one snapshot of the sky and they could see like 10 million galaxies. Y'all, we're one solar system in the Milky Way galaxy. Okay? Just one snapshot is 10 million potential galaxies. How many fucking solar systems are there? They say that there's like 20 billion observable galaxies. Again, I don't even know how they quantify this shit. But if that's true, if there's 20 billion galaxies, y'all were born here, we're the alien planet of our solar system. Like, I really do think that butterflies are fairies, birds. Ain't no other planet have that. This is the diamond planet. But again, it's like we have duality here. Things suck and it's also good to be here. Things are hard here and they're also beautiful here. It's balance. We're trying to bring more balance to you. And so I just want you guys to attach more, seek out. Some of you really need to seek out community again. Some of you feel like you keep trying and it's really hard to find friends that resonate with you or people that resonate with you. Don't give up on that. Don't give up on seeking out connection. Anything else you guys want to say? I'm going to start closing arguments. I'm not trying to keep these too long. Look at this, the Lovers, and then we have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is like, that's what I'm saying. It's something here. There's something here about feeling super lonely. This group just feels lonely. And you guys really are longing for like connections that are maybe are vital or give you life force. Maybe you guys have been in connections that have kind of destroyed you or hurt you, and maybe you guys have just kept away from people as like a defense mechanism here. And maybe I think it's time for you guys to understand, especially when it comes to other people. Like, if other people have hurt you in any way or trespassed against you, or like whether or not you want to accept this truth, I feel like everybody operates at the best that they're capable of. Whether you think that was good or not, I'm not asking your opinion on other people's behavior. I'm saying that everybody wakes up and they operate at the best that they're capable of. And if other people have failed you, if other people were not able to show up for you, if other people trespassed against you, if other people hurt you, that's on them. That's not really on you. And if the memories are still eating you guys alive, memories are not living things. It's you that keeps them alive. And if your mind is in the present moment and they're not there anymore, then it's you bringing those memories into the present moment. And there's just some awareness that needs to be had on that, because like in Buddhism we say, you can't, unless you're willing to acknowledge what's happening, like the loop karma, the definition, Sanskrit definition of karma is action. If you are in some loop that you don't like, you need to acknowledge first and foremost like that you don't like it and like what's going on, and you need to change your behavior or change something that you're doing in order to enter into a new loop that you prefer better. That requires honesty. When I'm working with clients, sometimes that's where it gets a little difficult, because people like to judge themselves and they like to hurt themselves. No, if you're assessing your life, assess it as like unemotionally, like as a judge. Do an honest audit to yourself, because you are presenting things in a court of law. Usually courts of law are like, the emotions are usually left out of those things. It's the facts and the shit that speaks for itself. But it's about acknowledging, all right, this happened. This is not my present moment, because what I feed grows. This is getting a little difficult, and I'm going to go soon. And I'm not schooling you guys because I understand, but like, if you're constantly feeding that you're victimized some of you guys have probably experienced atrocities or behaviors from other people that are like, listen, sister or brother, I get it. But if you're constantly, what I'm trying to say is, if you're constantly identifying with what happened in the past, like for me, there was a point where I had to say, like, I'm not a victim anymore. Like, even though I have been a victim of egregious shit, even within my own family, it's just nonstop pounding by the universe. At some point, like, I'm keeping this shit alive, and I'm bringing it 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I'm bringing it every day into my being. Like, I'm accumulatively bringing the past into my present, but that's not the current situation. And I'm liberated and I'm free. And there's something here about, like, even Google Maps is really honest. It's honest about your location. Like, I tell my clients this all the time. If you're trying to get from point A to point B, Google Maps is going to honestly assess your location. It's going to, if you're trying to get from a gas station in Kansas to, I don't know, LA. I always say that, those two things. Guardian through spirit. Google Maps is going to honestly assess your location and give you directions, step-by-step directions on how to get to where you want to go. If you lie and say that you're somewhere 10 miles away, the directions to get to where you want to go are going to be wrong. That's why we need to honestly assess ourselves. It's not about ignoring the pain, the sadness, and the misery. For myself, like, when I'm examining, I'm not happy, and I'm waking up and I'm not happy, I'm not ignoring that. I'm not pushing that down. I'm not spiritually bypassing. I'm acknowledging it. Because acknowledging that I'm unhappy is going to give me the blueprint and the directional steps to take to go fix that. Like in the past year, I've been working out a lot, quitting cigarettes, quitting substance, just done. I'm done. And I feel better. But I had to honestly assess what was going on here and whether it was really serving my highest good. And I beg to argue that some of these memories that you guys have had and situations that y'all have been through, they're a burden, and you don't need them anymore. You don't need them anymore. So I'm going to get a closing card just because I'm really not trying to keep these too long. The Eight of Swords. Don't hold yourselves back. Don't trap yourselves with nervous energy. I almost want to say, like, bet on yourselves more, guys. Like, activate. Like, heal those deeper, the woundings that you've had. But, like, let go. Because remember, I have no problem removing myself from the situation. I let go. That's for my deck. The Eight of Swords, she's literally tied to these swords. These swords represent her stress, her problems, but it's cloth against sword. So she's panicking and she's freaking out. The story of this card is she could calm down for 2 seconds. She would realize it's cloth against sword, and she would liberate herself from her chains, and she would have no problem removing herself from the situation. She is letting go. So guys, I'm wishing you so much luck on breaking those patterns, breaking those chains, removing yourself from these situations, non-identifying with these, not feeding into this shit, letting some of these memories go, calling out what you want, co-consciously creating with the universe and meeting the universe halfway, and believing that you can make better friends, that there are better times ahead, that healing, like, believe in those things for yourself, because who else is going to do it for you? Beautiful souls, I'll catch you in the next one. Godspeed. Beautiful souls, group 2, settle on. Let's get some disclaimers out of the way. There might be loud noises. It doesn't throw me off. Sorry if it throws you off. Can't control it. What was I saying in the other groups? If there's anything that I'm touching on that you think that you've already worked on today, that's great. You've already worked on it. Listen to your own intuition. These are general readings. They're not personal readings. I say general readings, like not everything's going to resonate. Maybe it will. Maybe not everything's going to resonate. It's like an abstract painting. Like I could see blue blobs, red blobs. Like I can't get the exact because everyone's situations are different. And so just take what resonates. Also in general, just in this day and age, I think it's important that you always just question information that you're getting, the sources that you're getting it from. Listen, I'm going to give you a little synopsis of this group to see if you're vibing with this group, and then you can continue to listen. But I fuck with this group. I think this group is a part of, like, would be my group if I had a group. So I feel like not a lot of cards wanted to come out from my deck, and I feel like you guys are kind of in this phase where you guys are like, oh, you guys are kind of over it. Like, you guys are, like, anything that's not really working doesn't make you feel good. Like, I feel like you guys have already been through, I wouldn't want to use this word because I don't like spiritual terminology super a lot because I like being logical, but I also am spiritual. Like, I feel like you guys have already been through some dark night of the soul type shit. You guys have already slayed and conquered some motherfucking demons. And you guys are at a point right now where it's almost like talk to the hands. Like, I don't have time. Like, unless you're, it's not that you guys are selfish. It's just like, unless a situation is truly benefiting you, or what I'm hearing is a good use of your time, because I feel like you guys are conscious of, like, just, like, your own happiness, your own life. Like, you guys are, this group is, like, really conscious about taking matters into their own hand, making adjustments at will. Like, you guys have your minds on higher concepts. Doesn't mean that you guys are higher minded or, like, better than anyone else, but there's just a growth here that is super tangible and super real. And so when we're talking today about the topic, which is about how you guys can feel a little bit better or alleviate things a little bit better, I already feel like you guys are actively doing that. I think sometimes, though, correct me, Spirit, we could all use a little bit of advice to help us keep going on this journey. You guys are getting from my deck, like, some Tibetan Buddhist principles, which are a little bit more, like, it's a higher-minded reading. It's interesting. I know I'm going to be able to read for it. But I just feel like, so We have your spirit guides are trying to connect with you guys. I feel like if you guys are not meditating, please meditate, because you guys have your spirit guides and your teams on the other side really just trying to guide you. But I feel like whether you would actively say, because I don't know who watches these readings, whether you would actively say that your spirit guides are with you or not, I feel like you guys are aware there's some compass or some compass that you feel, a moral center that you guys already have, whatever it is, that is kind of whispering I'm here and nudging you in those directions. From my deck, we have I only wish to be made aware of what I absolutely need to know at this time. I do not want to be made aware of anything else at the time. So that's from a psychic book that I learned, and I wrote that down. So when I'm laying in bed and I'm getting flooded with my clients and my family members and my friends, because I feel like this group would understand what I'm saying. Like, I operate a little differently. Like, I know that I'm weird. I know that most people probably don't understand me and think that I'm a super weirdo. But, like, I just read energy. I have since I was a kid. It's like plugging into a wall. Like, I can feel how people are feeling all the time. I could feel, and I had to learn how to, like, there was no one in school that taught me how to zone out or turn off that shit. Like, I found school incredibly hard to be at. I would get very overwhelmed. Like, I still don't like big crowds. It's not that I'm like a dud and I want to be a bad time. It's that, like, even in the past when I've had partners or friends and everyone wants to go out, it's overwhelming for me. Legit just is. I'm not saying that that's specific to you guys, but this card is talking about commanding what you guys are just shutting out and what kind of information. Understanding that you're at the command control center. Like, you decide what information you want to be made aware of, what you don't. But to me, this card is just, I kind of love it. Honestly, I love this group. I wonder who's in this group, because I'm like living for this group. You guys are like, talk to the hands. Talk to the hand. Like, I ain't got no time, okay? The I am mantra, I am one with all there is. You're like, I'm one with all there is. I'm in harmony with the universe. If you guys aren't saying that, I feel like you should be saying that. This group that's what it's giving. It's giving, I'm in harmony, bitch. I'm one with all there is. If you guys have a problem with it, too bad, so sad. Like, I don't gotta, we don't return harm for harm. The Buddhist metaphrases are coming out. The metaphrases are when you send loving kindness to yourself and others. So usually you say it for someone else, and then you say it for yourself. It's not about one-sided kindness. It's extending kindness to yourself and others. So the metaphrases are, may I be free from danger. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I love with ease. May I be at peace. May I be at ease. So, not that I am proud to admit this, but I am human. And sometimes, because I'm Buddhist, if I can't help you, I won't hurt you. But sometimes I just dismiss people. Like, I go, maybe happy, maybe healthy, maybe at peace, maybe at ease. Because if you were happy and you were healthy and you were at peace and you were at ease, then you would be happy, healthy, at peace, at ease. So, like, I genuinely wish that for you. But that's kind of my way of dismissing also energies that, like, no longer. So I'm like, there's no hate. There's no shade. If we're detaching, we're detaching. May you be at peace, babes. May be at ease. Love ya. Bye. It's like, you guys are in this vein, I really feel like, because we have freedom here. Courage. Face your true north. This, like, bravery type shit where you guys are just standing out, doing your own thing. And you guys are just like, honestly, I don't really care what other people think about it. Because there's an energy of a new earth that I feel like you guys are bringing. We have a new earth. Keep holding the vision. We also have death here. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. If any of you are dealing with the death of a loved one or dealing with a situation of grief like that, I am so sorry. But I even feel like what's screaming through this group is like an understanding of, I'm here for a short time, a good time, not for a long time. You understand? I feel like this group can conceptualize and understand that time is fleeting. I feel like you guys have already done a ton of work on yourselves. This is where the general reading is annoying me a little bit, because I wish that I could get into specifics about what I see in you guys. But what I see with this group is that keep doing what you're doing. You guys are, and I don't want to put, I'm not trying to be spiritually psychosis-y, but you guys are leading, you guys are in a sense energetically kind of leading the way. You guys are showing strength and courage and what it's like to live in your freedom and what it's like to be a peace-loving person is what I'm hearing. What it's like to be at peace. You guys have valued that. I feel like you guys have gone through, I'm hearing the valleys. Like, you guys have walked some really dark paths. It almost makes me want to tear up a little bit. And I forgot we had the red mountain and the red street light. Red in this deck is bad. And red is like the especially with the mountain and the street lamp, it's like those, there were times where y'all did not know up from down, left from right. Maybe you guys struggled with addictions in the past, and some of you have cut out those addictions, whether that was like codependency or to substances or to people or to stress. Like, I'm not getting tons of stress from this group, but the message that I'm getting for this group is to surrender, is to keep flowing. Here for the truth, nothing but the truth. I like to say that with the cards. Like, I'm here for the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. Yeah, with the Page of Cups, I feel like you guys are just here to kind of just be an example. The way that you help is to be an example. Even when shit is hard, I just feel like this group, there's an acknowledgement here, and it makes me want to tear up a little bit, to be honest, because I'm just getting from the guides. Like, no matter what you guys went through, you guys pushed through it. You guys are powerhouses. You guys have built strength within yourself, a resilience within yourself. You guys should be proud of that. We have the Eight of Swords coming out. This just came out for the last group, so that's interesting. Let me get some more cards down for you guys, and then let's see. I feel like you guys were tied down in the past, and then you guys made a choice because you were like, my happiness is more important. If you guys read tarot, so I just like to hold up the cards. Sometimes, like, you know that silly girl that's on there, she's like, in the 10 of, in the, went like that, and she has this accent, and she's making fun. She's like, and the crayon, and the car, and then it's so, that's how I feel when I'm doing cards. It's so funny. But I just feel like you guys made a decision in the past where you were like, stressed out, you weren't happy with your lives, and you guys are like, I'm gonna bet on me, I'm gonna choose me, and I'm gonna choose my own happiness. And the guys are saying, like, that's so vital, that's so important. Please keep going on this path. Please keep chasing your dreams. Please keep cleaning your energy, aligning your ideals. For my deck, we have, you are not here to conquer reality, you are here to learn to flow with it. I feel like that's what you guys are in this higher minded thing where you're understanding. I think you understand too. It's funny because I was telling the other group this principle, but it didn't come out in their cards. Earth is the alien planet in the solar system. It's a diamond planet. Like, butterflies, what? Those are fairies. Birds, what? Like, this shit is like, what? It's so rare that we have life on this planet. It's so rare that there's even life in the solar system or this galaxy. There's definitely life. There has to be, scientifically, there has to be life. Like, it would be inaccurate to say that there's not life elsewhere in the universe. But so far, I don't have the up to date, but the last time I checked, we discovered like 7,000 exoplanets, and so far we haven't really confirmed or been able to confirm or identify life on those planets. I think in our own solar system, the best we're looking for is bacteria. That's what we all stem from. Fun, cute, right? Like, ew, you're a bacteria. There's just something here where I do feel like you guys genuinely understand some deeper truths about yourself, about the world that you live in. I think that you guys should just, this is a pat on the back. This is a round of applause. This is a keep going. Keep distancing yourself from, give it the hand. Give it the hand. Keep chanting, I'm one with all there is, I'm in harmony with the universe, because what you think is true, what you feed grows. That's what I was talking to the last group about. This group, there's an understanding of that. And so even just saying those words, like, it's a little woo-woo, yeah, but when I'm outside and I'm stressed, if I just choose to say I'm at one with all there is, I am in harmony with the universe, that's what the vibration that I'm identifying to. I feel like you guys are into vibrations, vibes, y'all been doing damn work, and it's showing. And so the guides are really just saying, just keep going. I think if some of you guys naturally get stressed from time to time, tired from time to time, but I think you guys also have an understanding that things just pass. There's a surrender to this group. There's an acceptance that this group has. I want to gas you guys up, because I commend this group for all the hard work and I feel like maybe that's what you guys just need to hear, because there's not like a lot of messages that are coming through for you guys. It's like the harder the pile, the longer the reading is, because I'm trying to fit all this information in. I think you guys just need to know what you're doing is making a difference. You guys are leading by example. You guys are housing positive energy in a time where it's really needed the most. Even if you guys struggle, because everybody struggles, everybody's human. Even if you guys struggle, even if you guys falter, I feel like you guys are always defaulting back into a better energy. You're working on yourselves, and I'm just really proud of this group, honestly. I would give this group pizza on Fridays if I could. You remember you were in elementary school and it was like pizza day on Friday? I was so stoked. I was a little chubber though, so I was like, get me that fucking pizza, Ace of Cups. I feel like you guys just need to treat yourselves a little bit. Maybe you guys have you ever taken any time, has this group taken any time to really look back and see all that you guys have overcome and conquered? Because I feel like that's a feeling that will make you feel really empowered to kind of keep going. Is look at how much I've like actually overcome, and not like, I'm not trying to, what's the stress, well, I forgot what I don't even know what that terminology was, what I was trying to reach for. It was probably some TikTok word or something, like stress core, I don't know, I forgot what I was trying to pin myself on. But there's something here where you guys definitely crave the spirit. It's just like a round of applause. Give yourself a pat on the back. Acknowledge how far that you've come. Continue. Some of you are continuing the surrender work, where you continue to kind of, you reach the next level and then you continue to loosen your grip and surrender it. And then you reach the next level. I don't know if you guys, some of you are my clients, honestly, because that's what it's giving. It's like, it's giving people that I've seen put in the hard work. It's not me in the sessions. I'm just the information giver. It's the people who do the best after sessions are the people who take it and run with it and work with it. Like I'm being shown certain clients. I don't want to say your names in case you guys want to be anonymous, but like I'm seeing the clients I have that are constantly almost obsessed, but in a way I'm like, if we're going to be obsessed about something, self-improvement is, I think it's a great thing to be obsessed about, if you had to be obsessed with anything. But it's just this like constant reevaluation of yourself. There's a constant reinvention of yourself. You reach the next level, you see that there's more things to detach from, to surrender to let go of, and you do it willingly. And then you come again, and then you reach another point where you realize that you have to detach, and then you do it again. And you guys are just like these recycling plants right now. You guys are, I don't want to be sensationalist. Y'all know who know me. I hate that shit. But this group, y'all helping pave the path, lead the way. Even just like when people talk to me about purpose and they're like, oh, well, what's my purpose? Like, and what's purpose? And purpose this, purpose that. Your purpose doesn't have to be anything major or grand, y'all. You can just show up in your energy every day, 15:55 on the clock, for those of you who are into synchronization. Just showing up in your energy, and I want to tear up a little bit from this group, and I don't normally want to cry, but I just feel like you don't know how powerful that is. Oh my God, you guys are going to make me tear up a little bit, because I just see the way you guys are showing up, and then the impact that it has just by being you. Just by being you. And yeah, I'm sure some of you are doing great stuff and big stuff, and you guys are creative, and you guys are talented, and it's really just you're the gift that keeps giving by just showing up and being who you are. I don't think that this group has a lot of ego where they're like, oh, look what I did, and look at this and look at that. But like, no, talk to the hand. Like, I'm not settling for anything that's no longer serving me. Like, no, I don't need it. Thank you. I already know it's not serving me. Like, bye. And people are just like looking at you guys go. You guys are a source of inspiration to a lot of people in your lives. It's almost like the light bearer or something. I'm being shown like you guys just light the way for other people who are down that path. I think some of you have kicked substances for real. We have the red derelict and the black one, and the red ink is that. But like some of you are literally leading the way. We have these two 10s here. We have a 10 here. These are endings, and we have death. I'm learning that endings are merely beginning. You guys have whatever you've done, whether it's substance or put other things to an end or toxic shit or cycles or whatever. Y'all are showing like anybody can do it. And you inspiring those people to keep holding a new vision for their life and to keep pushing. And literally, I just want to honestly, I should have done this for every group, but I'm going to take out my singing bowl. Cheesy, I know. I've been practicing Buddhism for 10 years. This summer, I gifted myself a Himalaya singing bowl. Okay, it's not a Amazon Jeff Bezos singing bowl. I saved up for this. But I want to give y'all like a round of applause. Like, I want to say, congratulations. Keep going. Like, I almost want to I should speak to every group like this. I feel bad. But I just hope and wish that you guys continue to get the strength and the inspiration, because I really feel like so far, and I think this is going to be the only pile today. Maybe I'll be surprised. This group, I can't tell you or quantify to you how important your existence is here, but I can see how many people you guys are inspiring and continuing to just, it's like you show the way. You guys really are showing the way, and I'm really, really proud of you. So we are going to get closing arguments, because I'm not trying to keep these too long. I'm trying to end them around 20 minutes. But really, I'm like, God, like whoever divine source, like bless this group. Bless them. Keep blessing them so that they can keep blessing the collective, man. I love to see it. The Six of Pentacles with the moon, for those of you who are tarot readers, it's like, I keep hearing you light the way, right? In the darkness of the moon, darkness of the light, y'all are like that Six of Pentacles energy. Some of you might be therapists, some of you might be just helping, I don't know. You guys are lighting the way, and you guys are leading by example, and I'm wishing this group all the strength, love, blessings, to keep doing the work that y'all are doing. Treat yourselves to something. You should be proud of all the things that you've overcome and conquered, and you're showing other people that it's possible. So, group 2, you have my heart. I'm wishing you guys the best. Godspeed, bitches. I will see you in the next one, if I ever do it. Group 3, settle on, and let's do some disclaimers. So, if there's noise, I've done this for every group, disclaimers. If there's noise, I can't help it. Okay, if it's loud, it doesn't bother me. I'm sorry if it bothers you. I am in my room. I'm filming these over the next couple of days. I might finish today. I'm not trying to look, I just got done working out, okay? So I'm not trying to look like a fucking model or anything. You're not here for how I look. I remember, this is a general reading. Today I might be tapping into some things that y'all have already worked on. You guys should have the intelligence to know what you guys have, whether if the message is resonating or hitting. Just remember, it's a general reading. It's not a personal reading. If you would like super specific, then you should get a personal reading. I want to give this group a little bit of a synopsis of what I'm seeing, so that you know if this is your group. This group has my heart. I feel my heart just goes out to this group. I feel like this group, you guys are going through it. You guys, if you are not going through it, I do not think that this is your group. If you are not going through it, I repeat, I do not think that this is your group. I feel like you guys are going through some sort of grief process right now. If it's not like actual grief of, it could be anticipatory grief of losing someone or something. It could be the after effect. Or you guys, it's just been whatever. It honestly feels like hit after hit after hit after hit. Like pummeled. I'm getting the word pummeled. Like, isn't pummeled like, hey Siri? What's the definition of pummeled?
Pummel means strike repeatedly with the fists.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I like to use technology to like make my life better. I feel like you guys have been pummeled is what it just feels like you've been hammered kind of from every direction. Although I have to say, some of you in this group, because remember this is January, some of you in this group are giving me like an iron, I want to say ironclad, but iron fist. Like, you guys are giving me, but iron fist is usually in a negative connotation. It feels like your solar plexus, you guys, some of you have been through so much. Oh my God, this group, and continue to go through so much. And you guys are just, some of you are like a permanent winter is what I'm seeing. You guys have kind of accepted the cyclical rhythms of your life. It's almost like, imagine if I was like crying And this is not going to resonate for everybody. Because I have to be very nuanced in this specific reading. I feel like it has to be there's all kinds of nuances. Some of you are crying. It's like you crying. Or you could shed like a single tear. And it's like a diamond drop. And you guys are just like, I've been through this a million times. From my deck, how many times have you gotten through something not knowing how you would? Why would this time be any different? But that's what I mean. It's like, I feel you guys have repeatedly, and I know the human experience is that. So it's like a silly generalization to try and make. But I just genuinely like, the first group was so different from the second group. Second group was like, keep going, baby. This group, it's like, oh, I just want to give this group a hug. We have fear. We have grief. We have forgiveness. And then we have happiness. But I just feel like inner earth, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. From my deck, what does being cured look like even? Can you define it first? Meaning that there's like tough times that you're going through. That's a psychological concept where when people are going through trauma or grief or illness, whatever you guys are going through, illness, it's like, what does a cured you even look like? And so no matter what it is that you guys are facing, and it's hurting my heart to even speak, but it's like no matter what you guys are facing, I'm here to try and figure out how we can alleviate some of your suffering and how we can kind of help things get a little bit. What does a cured you look like? No matter what you're going through, on the other side of this, what does a cured you look like? Someone who has healed from this situation, someone who is not in pain or not sick. What does a healed version of you look like? And when you define it first, it helps you figure out kind of like a blueprint, what you want to work towards, what kind of energy you're striving to be. From my deck, we had detachment, both concepts from the same book. When should you detach? You should detach when you can't stop thinking about, worrying about, fretting about, wondering about, thinking about, worrying about, fretting about, wondering about. I'm hearing some of you don't have the liberty to just fully stop. But like, clients do ask me, like, when should I detach? And I'm always like, when you can't stop thinking about, worrying about, fretting about, wondering. You know, you're in bed and that you're going dun, 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 dun with your thoughts. That's your cue. Like, if you don't like it, then you could change it. You just stand up and you orient yourself into action and you try and do something different. We also have detach in love or detach in anger, but always strive for detachment. We know it's difficult, but it becomes easier with practice. If you can't let go completely, try and hang loose and relax. Sit back, take a deep breath. The focus is back on you. What are you going to do now? Go be happy. We have relaxed in the ease of doing things. From my deck, again, I'm just reading these out because I feel like then we're going to get into the meatier messages. But the Dalai Lama said we also add to our pain and suffering by being overly sensitive and overreacting to minor things and sometimes taking things too personally. I'm not saying that with this group. I'm literally just reading this because I feel like some of you really are going through a very hard time. We tend to take the small things too seriously while at the same time we often remain indifferent to the really important things. So what he's saying is like most humans, what they do is like, let's say they have to leave a relationship or they have to leave a job or they have to make some big change in their life, right? When you see someone lashing out, I think the example he gave specifically was like from the book was like when you see someone like, you know, when you lash out at like, you see someone lashing out at like a cafe worker or a restaurant worker and they're like misplacing their anger and they're taking their anger out on someone who they're not really angry at. They're just using that person as like a projection of their anger. Let's say that in this scenario of the story, this person's really angry at their husband or they're really angry at life or like whatever. But instead of addressing the actual problem, people typically remain indifferent to those things. And then they tend to focus and become nitpicky about other things. So just an example, and I don't know how this is going to hit or resonate for you guys, but like just an example, like some people will be like, oh, like the fridge, like things weren't put away properly, and they get like a little OCD, like they start getting OCD about the little things, because that also though does make people, what the message I'm getting maybe for you guys is that those little things help you guys feel like you're in control of something. And so maybe I wouldn't even characterize this group as nitpicky or like being nitpicky, but I think that maybe sometimes as a coping mechanism, you guys might focus on these smaller details of things to kind of, there's a feeling for me of like escape from like reality, but not in a negative way, because I actually feel like a break is like good for you guys. I have the North Node in Scorpio out on the table. Some of you might be Scorpios, have North Nodes in Scorpios. I just wanted to mention that. And then I had from my deck, temper yourself to your energetic environment. Let the storms pass. Zoom out like you're on a space station watching the storms pass over continents. These continents probably needed rain anyway. Rain always factually passes. So there's something here about understanding this too shall pass. I don't know specifically what this is. This is really for me giving so many... My ear is bothering me in this group. I had like an ear infection for 2 months that needed 2 rounds of antibiotics. It was like stubborn. It wouldn't go away. And I'm still having some issues with it. And I feel like this group specifically is going through a very difficult time. I think you guys need to give yourself some grace. Okay? I think that we need to just, it's almost like clear the schedule, clear the itinerary, clear the things, and like let's just clear our minds and let's just try. And again, there's always like asterisks to situations. Like if someone you love is no longer here, or if you're going through something like that where there's anticipatory grief, or you're very ill, or you have an illness that is life or death, like if it's like major, those things, I feel like it, or you're going through war, or you're like we're talking about those really heavy things. If I'm sitting here saying, oh, well, just clear your mind and just try and forget about it, it feels like very pathetic and silly to say that. But some of you are not on that level. Some of you, there's varying levels here of like misery, and some of you, there's varying differences between the way that things are handled. So I'm trying to give a very generalized, more so than with every other group, a very generalized explanation on how to help. As a Buddhist, when we go through difficult times, we do, like factually, how many times have you gotten through something not knowing how you were going to get through it? Right? How many times before did you not have the answers? Did you not know how things were going to work out? This is to those people where you can change the situation. Or where you're stuck in a situation and the thinking needs to be different because that's what's going to help you out of this situation. How many times have you gotten through something not knowing how you're going to get through it? If you're here today, if you're watching this, then you've gotten through it. Somehow, some way, you have gotten through this. And why would this time be any different? And so for me, as someone who has also been through a lot, I think all humans have gone through a lot. I think to be alive as human means you go through a lot. But whenever I feel like overwhelmed and I feel like, oh my God, like how am I going to get through this? When I think about that, it helps to bring me some bit of peace. I can't promise peace to this group, but I can encourage you guys to try and relax into the ease of doing things, to be easy with yourself. Like when people are going through difficult times emotionally, I think they should be treating themselves like they do when they're sick physically. Not everybody takes care of themselves when they're sick physically. Some people are like masochistic and they don't like to take care of themselves. But like if you're emotionally going through a very heavy time that's very heavy on your heart, or you're just having a very difficult time, relax in the ease of doing things. Give yourself some grace, okay? For me, I have like a stop, drop, and roll program that I do when bad things happen. I like to close the curtains because bright light, for some reason, when I'm stressed out, bright light stresses me out. I'm sure someone could like Freudian, like psychoanalyze me on that. I like soft lights in my room. I like the soft lights. I have the rain playing. Actually, I have rain playing in the background here. I've been listening to rain playing since January. Okay. I kind of put my phone in sleep focus mode. I don't want to talk to anybody. I will listen to rain or healing frequencies. I will take a shower because my shower is like my safe space. I have like a program, and like I have meals too that I eat that like I have in the house all the time because I go through so many stressful things. I feel like a lot. And so what I do is I try and just simplify my life. I try and just like not expect a ton out of myself. I try and just like take it easy, as if I had like 105 fever. That's about how I'm treating myself physically. I'm soft blankets. Because if the world's polarity and we have like day and night, male and female, if you're going through a hard time, the opposite of hard and heavy is like light and like soft, right? And so I surround myself with soft lighting, soft noises, soft fabrics. I just kind of recalibrate. And then again, I keep going back to this one card. What does being cured look like even? Can you define it first? I kind of sit, assess the situation. Again, if can't stop thinking about, wondering about, fretting about, thinking about, wondering about, fretting about, that when my brain is going like on that, I go, okay, stop. Let's take a second. Like, how do I want to handle this situation? How do I want to treat myself during this period or this time, whatever it is I'm going through? How do I show up for myself and take care of myself? How can I tend to myself? How can I just try and I keep hearing levity and like sun and like light, but like light. Like some of you guys just need, it's hard because this group, some of these situations that you're going through are so tough that some of the advice I feel like giving you is almost like advice that I would scoff at if I knew your situation specifically, for some of you. But some of you are going through a hard time, and it's not like insulting to recommend some of these things. Regardless of what you guys are going through, I'm always going to advocate for you guys to try and seek the light, to try and find things that bring you peace, that bring you comfort, that bring you ease. Laughter is the best medicine for any pain. I'm recommending that to this group. It's like, close the vault, close the curtains, hunker down, tend to yourself, cry it out. You know, when you cry, you end up going to dry. Someone said that to me. Someone I love very much always says that to me when I'm crying or I want to cry, because sometimes I feel like I'm too real to feel, and I've just been through so much. And if some of my friends that have been in my life since I was young, y'all know, or anyone who's watching this who really knows me, y'all know. And so sometimes I feel too cheesy to cry, too real to feel, you know? And then sometimes I just cry and I let it out, and it's like 5 minutes of crying, and then I'm done for the year. It's not about spiritually bypassing yourself. It's just honoring whatever emotions come up, not feeling like a chump for feeling feelings. I think some of you might feel like a chump for feeling feelings. 9 of Wands. This is the wounded warrior. This is someone who's been through a lot. This group has been through a lot. Is wounded. But this person, the message of this card is that it's like the 9th hour. 10 in tarot ends the cycle. And so it's about not giving up before like the miracle happens for some of you. Advice, here for the truth, nothing but the truth. Those are the 4 of Cups. That's like being apathetic, not interested. Maybe y'all are having a hard time eating. Maybe y'all are having a hard time just finding your center. It just really depends on what you guys are going through. I'm going to urge you to connect with your center. I'm going to urge you to just relax regardless of how hard, and relax in the ease of doing things. I forgot that this card did come out for you guys. How many times have you gone through something not knowing how you were going to get through it? If you are talking to anybody, if you are alive today, the answers always come. No matter how impossible it may seem, the answers do always come. And my heart really goes out to this group. Advice, spirit, for this group. 9 of Pentacles, another 9. You guys are like almost at the end here. We're almost at the, there's almost, the advice for this group really is almost like, and I don't, I never want to advocate for anybody just like shutting off and like shutting down and like, but there's a strength that I'm asking you guys to have where it's like, is this necessary is what I'm hearing. For some of you, like the thoughts that you're having, are they necessary? Are they helping you or are they harming you? Like, are they actually helping you to, whatever this is, if you guys have like, if you guys are at the bottom of the barrel, like the bottom of the barrel, if you guys have trouble getting out of bed, if you guys have trouble functioning during the day, if you guys have, then I am asking some people in this group to like kind of dead the emotions, just to detach just a little bit. because I'm trying to get you guys feeling better again, feeling motivated again, and there's something here. Like, I'm almost, like, disassociating in this group a little bit when I'm reading for you guys, because it's just, like, too much. You guys are going through too much, and we have to simplify some of this. Some of these things here need to be simplified. Again, like, I don't know if some of you guys are just, like, not eating, and you guys are so stressed out, and things are so hard. It's like, that's where I'm asking you to, like, dead the emotions enough to, like, go to the kitchen, cut up some food, put it in a bunch of Tupperwares, and just, like, force yourself to eat if you're not eating. It's like, I want you guys to look at your life right now, and because I'm getting the King of Swords. The King of Swords in tarot is associated with the air element in astrology. The King of Swords, though, out of all the kings, he's the general, okay? He's not the King of Cups. He doesn't rule the emotional world. He's not the King of Wands. He's not, like, the cool king everybody wants to be. Like, he's not the governor, okay? He's not the King of Pentacles either. He's not this grounded, like, you know, individuals focused on security and stability. No, the King of Swords is like, whatever has to go, has to go. He's the general, right? So if in his kingdom, if there's someone there that's like, let's say a rapist or a horror, there's no emotions with this guy. He's like, you're done, kill him, he's out, we're done here. It's about, he doesn't have emotions that rule over his decision making. If he did, then his emotions would cloud his judgment, cloud his judgment, and it would get in the way of him actually making decisions that he needs to make because he's the King of Swords. And so what I'm trying to say is, like, whatever you guys have to do to survive this situation, please do that. And sometimes you do have to kind of leave the emotions out of it in order to survive. Sometimes there is disassociation or being able to be like, you know what, like, almost like, some of you know this, and I'm just going to share this, but I'm not going to share too much of it. Like, my partner was just in the situation in the war, and we were dealing with that for about 2 weeks. And so I was dealing with my loved one being in war, being bombed, and not hearing from him, and not being able to, like, rest or relax or, like, do anything. Like, it was very difficult. I almost felt like I entered this zone of, like, dementia that I had. Like, it was like I can't explain it. Like, I almost, like, had dementia. But there were times where I had to be like, all right, like, I have to eat. I have to get up, and I have to try and stick to my routine. I have to brush my teeth. I have to, it doesn't matter how painful some of this is, like, there's still shit that needs to be taken care of. And so it's almost like tapping into this alter ego version of me that is strong, that is brave, that is kind, that can get through anything, but is like, I'm doing it. I'm digging my heel. It doesn't matter how hard, I just want to sit in bed. But if I can't sleep and I'm emotionally distraught and I'm going through all these difficult things, like, I need to eat. Like, there are non-negotiables here. Food is a non-negotiable. We can't skip meals, you know? Like, your brain and your body needs, like, 2,000 calories a day to, like, function. Like, you need minerals. You are not an alien. And so if there is sadness that's getting in the way of you guys being able to just function, that's where I'm advocating that sometimes we need to shut down the fucking emotions, and we need to just focus on what needs to get done. And then you can, if you would like, return to your bed, return to your emotions. But sometimes, this is just an advice I'm getting, and I feel mean a little bit saying this, but sometimes you gotta cut it out, and you gotta just focus on what you can do. I'm going to start closing this down because I'm trying to keep them under 20 minutes. Whatever is specifically happening to this group, my heart really does go out to you guys, and I would just advocate that you take your time, you do what you got to do to temper yourself to the environment. So this is where I'm getting, like, as a closing argument card. I already read this card, but the energy visualization, like, what I do sometimes is I picture myself on a space station. And I'm seeing Earth, and I'm Earth technically, and my problems are Earth. And I picture rain coming over, like, North America or whatever continent, right? And I'm like, okay, that's representative of my life. But the distance I try and have, depending on the situation again, is like, I'm trying to see my problems from a distance. And I'm trying to put some distance between me and my problems. Like, let it be a guiding force, not a driving force. Like, guiding force is like the North Star. The distance between you and the North Star. It's like, it guides you along your path, right? A driving force is like driving your car with you. It's like driving you mad. There's just something here about putting some distance as much as you can to allow yourself to heal, because I'm hearing overload. Like some of you are just going through this like overload where like that's what you actually just need, some space, even if it's 5 minutes. Even if it's 5 minutes a day. Like I remember there's times in my life where I've just been like overwhelmed and I'm like, okay, I'm never going to get a break. The universe is, you know, my life is just hectic as all shit all the time. I'm never going to get a break. So I'm going to give myself a break. For the next 5 minutes, I have no problems, no worries, and no concerns. Like my only job for the next 5 minutes is to just take a deep breath, is to just enjoy the next 5 minutes, because I'm not getting a chance to do that in my waking life. When I itch my nose a lot, it's like a different kind of itching onto the truth. But I just feel like there's some sort of like allotment for the next 5 minutes. I have no problems, no worries, and no concerns. Everything is fine in my world. Like I take a deep breath, like I breathe in. I relax. This card came out, and I got this for group 1, but your brain is designed to answer the questions that you ask of it. Be mindful of the kind of questions that you ask. Don't ask why your life sucks. Your brain is designed to answer that question. When you ask what you have to be grateful for, your brain will answer that question. Like, be more wary of the questions that you guys are asking. I'm itching my nose so much, and I feel so grossy doing that, but I'm, like, itching onto there's something here we need to regulate. I feel like you guys already know this. You're like, duh. You're supposed to be helping me regulate. Keep your vision on the bigger picture of your life. Like, don't lose hope and don't lose sight of, like, that this too shall pass, no matter how difficult this is. I guess just to end this and to share this with you guys, like, no, you're like, what we all have in common is suffering. We all have more in common than we do apart. No matter what continent you're on, no matter what privileges you have, no matter what station you were born into. Like, yeah, there's people who, I guess, are super wealthy and, like, they don't, like, you wouldn't, they're not suffering in the ways that someone who's starving and poor is, but suffering is like a collective experience that we all have. And no matter how difficult your situation is, there is someone on the planet right now, multiple people who are going through a carbon copy identical. You are not the only one. And so it's just this like let go, kind of let God mentality, because I just feel like you guys need deliberate energetical breaks from the severe stress that you guys are under. And that's going to help you guys get through whatever it is that you're going through. It's just giving yourself some energetic breaks. And some of you, it's like very difficult. And regardless of what is going on here, my heart is with this group. I'm rooting for this group. I'm praying for this group. And anybody in this group, if you like feel comfortable, if you need like further like links of support or just like healing frequencies or something, please do not hesitate to reach out. Beautiful souls, I have to leave it here. It's just getting way too long. I could talk to this group for about an hour. Big hug and big kiss to this group. I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye. Hi, group 4. Settle on in. So let's do some disclaimers. I'm going to do a little synopsis on what this group is, and if you feel like it resonates with you, then you can continue with the group. But I want to do some disclaimers before you get started. If there's lots of loud noise, I apologize. It doesn't throw me off the game. I'm listening to some rain noise in my room, but if it throws you off the game, super sorry. Nothing I can do about it. Today, if I'm talking about things that you've already worked on, please remember this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading. It's like abstract, okay? So some of it might resonate. Some of it might not. All of it might resonate. Maybe none of it does. Again, if I'm touching on something that you've already worked on, use your own intelligence. I feel like this group is so LOL, by the way, and I'll get into why I think that about you guys. But you guys are, like, giving jaded. You guys are, like, but, like, in a cool way. You guys are, like, you guys are, like, too cool for school. I fuck with this group. This group is, like, a combo of group 1 and 2. If you're called to either of those piles, I would listen to them, because a lot of the cards that came out for those groups came out for this group, mixed, and did not come out for group 3. So it's just interesting. What else was my disclaimers? Oh, I'm just in my room. We're just hanging out. I'm not looking so hot because I just worked out. It's not really about my looks. We're just trying to help the collective. So with this group, the synopsis of this group, how you know if you fit into this group is if you are like I feel like if I was to ask this group with like interview in a microphone and be like, what was your experience on Earth so far? You guys would just be like, you guys are kind of a tough crowd, but I kind of love it. Like, you guys are giving, it's giving like jaded, but it's giving like the vibe and like the mood board of like, you guys almost set the vibe of it's like a true representation of the world right now in the commentary of it. You guys are like, you guys have been through so much. This group has been through so much that there's almost like you guys are too real to feel. You guys are just like, I almost see like you guys are just like vibe setters, like trend setters. Like, I don't know why I feel like that with this group. This group, you guys kind of encapsulate this like deteriorating world, because I don't like to be sensationalist about the times that we're living in, but they're definitely like, I'm like, dude, like, it's definitely what's happening. The words are more synonymous with like collapse than they are like growth and like happiness and like progress. And I feel like you guys are just like an actual accurate representation of what life is like on Earth. So whether that's just like, I don't feel like this group gets carried away with their emotions so much anymore. If you do, this is very specific. That's what I'm saying. If this is not your pile, it's possible there's no messages here today, because this is a very specific vibe that I'm getting for this group. The people in this group, I feel like the people I'm seeing in my own life who I'm referencing, it's multiple, like 5 or 6 of you that I'm referencing. Some of my clients are in this group for sure. I already know it. You guys like, some of you guys are like in design, some of you guys are artists, some of you guys are setting the trends for like, there's just a vibe here of like an actual trendsetter, whether you would categorize yourself as that or not. There's just, you guys, again, it's too real to feel. That's my Insta bio. That's just like a loop. It was this like shoegaze band from like the late 80s or something. They just have a song called Too Real to Feel. That's the vibe I'm getting from this group. So how I could help make you guys feel better, it's almost like this is the toughest crowd to try and make. It's not, I can't pander to this group and I can't bullshit this group. Whoever you guys are, I just want to say I'm loving it. So for my deck, let's just read some of the things that came out from my deck. I'm so tired of doing the same thing, unquote. So don't, like, why are you? Question mark. Quit self-sabotaging. That came out in group 1. We'll get to all. I'm just reading them off for you guys first. And I'm doing that specifically for this group, and this group only. Your brain is designed to answer the questions you ask of it. Be mindful of the kinds of questions you ask. When you ask why your life sucks, the brain answers that question. When you ask why your life is great, the brain will answer that question. We have challenges or opportunities for my growth. So I know that you guys are not necessarily going through the easiest time right now. We have be a thermostat and set your own energetic temperatures. Again, that's when you set the thermostat 71, if hot air or negative situations or things are happening, I like to equate it to an HVAC unit, but like when the hot air comes in, the system kicks on to counteract the negative experience or the heat, and to keep the temperature set. I almost feel like you guys actually, some of you have a very easy time. How do I explain this? On the inside, y'all are like, could be cracking and like breaking apart into a million, but the vibe that you guys give, like if I were to see you as this like deadpan, like I'm cool, like you guys are cool. Some of you are too real to feel. Confucius said, before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. What is this anger about though? Because that's what this group has got, some anger issues that they need to figure out. The Dalai Lama, hatred has no other function, no real purpose than destroying us. So by realizing that fact, we should resolve that we will never give an opportunity for this enemy hatred to arise in us. There's something here we got from the 5 hindrances: drowsiness, dullness, depression, a lack of sleep, overeating, an uninterested mind. Open your eyes, look to light, stand up, and angle yourself into action. I think last one from my deck, there's a couple more, but last one I'm going to read is, if things and events always unfolded as we expected, we would have no notion of illusion or misconception. I feel like this group, you guys have had any illusions or misconceptions shattered. Life shatters them. I feel like a lot of you guys, how I would characterize this group, if I could, you guys are so cool, by the way, but I feel like with this group, it's like, yeah, and when things are going tough, yeah, And so I don't really actually know how to help this group. It's not very clear to me, to be completely honest, because I feel like you guys are just like, I'm good. Some of you guys maybe you're just curious, but I feel like you guys have been through shit. You guys have figured out how to compartmentalize it. Some of you guys have been through like very dark times in your life, and you're like, I'm just here, I'm just chilling, like I'm good. Like it's life isn't the best, but it's like not the worst. Like I'm good. If you guys are going through a hard time, if you guys are like part of this group, because again it's like a general reading, but if some of you are going through a lot of challenges currently, y'all, I'm like, who's this group playing? Who the fuck is this group? Who are y'all playing? Like, you guys aren't gonna get through it. That's the thing. This group, this is why I love this group. You guys are in this like vein where even if shit gets hard, I'll get through it. I don't even know if a lot of people in this group cry. That's just straight facts. Like, I don't know if a lot of people in this group cry. I feel like specifically with this group, if we are talking, I do think some shit is like actually going down in your life right now. We have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. But even with this rock bottom card, you guys don't give like crisis. Whoever you guys are, it's like props to this group, because you guys are, again, I keep hearing too real to feel. You're just like, and I vibe with this group. I vibe with the groups, but this group I really like fuck with. There's just something here where you guys like, and so I don't know what's going on specific with this group, and I know this message is not going to resonate with everybody. Well, we had karmic relationships coming out, polarity, soul growth, conflict. We have this Confucius shit with embarking on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves, and this like hatred shit. If there is any situation, I'll just say this to this group. If there's anybody in your life or any situation that calls you out your name, that doesn't respect you, I feel like you guys are like giving for the most part that you're like unbothered by it. So like continue to be unbothered. And like I almost urge this group. I just feel like, I don't know, it's not negative how I'm seeing it with this group. Like sometimes, and again, everybody's different, and I know I'm missing a ton of nuances here, but it's like, I almost feel like you guys, like if someone was to do you guys dirt, you guys are just like, I don't know if there's Scorpio heavy in this group, but it's like, we'll wait and see. It's not even that you guys are like obsessed with revenge or anything. It's just like, oh yeah, you did that? Okay, we'll see. There's like this unstoppable power to this group, and I guess that's just the best way to, you guys are almost too real to feel. So like if I was kissing your butt and I was giving you all these flowery answers, I feel like this group would straight up hate that. They would hate the flowery answers. I feel like you guys hate when people coddle your energy. I feel, not that you guys don't like super positive people, or there's just a realness to this group. You guys don't get carried away by your emotions, and I almost feel like the advice here is to continue on, really it is just for you guys, is almost continue in this track that you've been going down, and just keep, like, I almost feel like this group can see all the things that are going on in the world, and I'm not, like, this is, okay, so hear me out. This group can see all the things that are going on in the world, and it's not that you guys are heartless. It's not that you guys are cruel. It's not that you guys don't care. It's that you guys, like, aren't shocked. Like, these things, like even though humanity is disgusting and people are I feel like on some level there's, like, a maturity, or, like, I've seen so many things. And it gets to a point where when you get jaded like that, you kind of can't unsee the things that you guys have seen. I just feel like, for the sake of arguing from your spirit guide's point of view, how I can help you guys feel like a little bit better is like, maybe, how do I convince you guys though to change that? I almost feel like no matter where you guys go, it's not that you guys are serious all the time, but like you guys kind of are, you guys are serious. You guys are always, you're giving this stare that's like this. So I'm like, how do I bring this group back to life? How do I bring this group back to life? it's weird because I'm seeing that you guys are like productive. So it's not that you guys are like, yes, I have the dullness, the sloth and torpor, the 5 hindrances. Well, some of you maybe have a lack of sleep. Maybe you guys are overeating. Maybe you guys have an uninterested mind. If you do, get up. Let's anger yourself into action. Like let's shake some shit. It's like shaking shit up. How I would argue to this group is like shake some shit up. Try and shake up your routines a little bit. Try and do some things a little bit different, because I almost feel like you guys are just like, even if you guys are having different experiences or traveling or going places or doing things, it's almost like you guys are just the same. I can't explain it. Like in every situation, you guys are the same. You're bringing your same energy. You guys are not duds, and I hope I'm not explaining you guys like a big group of, you guys are not duds by any means. There's just like you guys are tough cookies, man, because how do I explain to this group to enjoy themselves, because I just feel like y'all are just so jaded. Maybe you got the answer is just to not commiserate, because it's not, you guys don't even need commiserating. This group is like, you guys are a little hard, you guys are tough cookies to crack, man. Give me a second. I actually haven't taken a single second for any of the groups. I think the advice for this group is to continue just building, because at the end of the day, what you guys have is priceless. You guys have this unshakable core. And so it's not so much about trying to get you guys to lighten up or get you guys to enjoy life. It's more just like trying to validate like your guys' existence, and to say like, you guys have been through shit. This group has turned pain into like diamonds, or you guys can go through, this group can go through tons of pressure and tons of stress, and you guys somehow can like break it down into fuel, and you guys can keep going. But it's almost like what I want to say to this group is that like, I hope the rest of your life isn't this way, and I almost feel like being this way, it like prevents you guys from crashing out. Like I don't think that this group crashes out a lot. I don't think that you guys have these like bottomless pit. Even if you guys do, I feel like if you crash out, it's like that you cry and then like you stand back. It's like almost immediately like your default is like to just be strong, to just keep going, to just stand up again, to just keep going, just keep trying, just keep going. Like I'm just gonna, like, you guys have found a way to survive. Like I don't want to compare you guys to cockroaches because that sounds rude, but it's like cockroaches can survive like the harshest conditions, and I feel like you guys have already built, there's some sort of scar tissue or muscle strength. You guys are not like, you guys are like not newbie souls. This is not your first time around the block. You guys have been through a lot of shit that has shaped you guys to learn to rely on yourselves. I don't see this group outsourcing most of their feelings. I feel like this group they fill themselves up. You guys rely on yourselves. You guys default onto yourself. It's almost like majority of the people in this group, what I'm talking to, if I was to tell you guys to outsource your emotions or try and seek out other people, you guys would be like, no, absolutely not. Like, I've got it. And maybe, again, that's generalizing. Some of you might have like 1 or 2 people that you really trust. I just feel overall this group does not outsource their emotions from other people. I think sometimes you guys have, when you guys have friendships, and I think some of you are like, it would be nice to like meet someone, but like it's even giving like, I'm single and I'm cool with it, or like I don't have that many friends, or like I just go to work every day and I'm cool with it, and I do this and like I'm cool with it. And you guys are actually, I think honestly the collective could learn a lot from you guys, because you guys are so strong and you guys have such a base of power. What I want to say though, with this Confucius energy and this energy of revenge or whatever, anyone who's just done you wrong, I don't even feel like this group harbors or thinks about that necessarily, but because these cards are coming up, I have to touch on it. With justice showing up, if you guys, I don't know what y'all are going through, but with justice showing up, it's like, better believe that there is some sort, I feel like it's even hard to say that to this group. I feel like, I don't know if you guys believe in like a spiritual, divine sense of order, justice. Some of you do, but like justice will be served, and there's not really anything that you need to do to make that happen. If certain doors for you are not opening, or you feel like you're blocked in certain ways, it's almost like accept that the right doors will open up for you guys, because we do have the red door, and the red door is when things and opportunities are blocked and things don't necessarily, they're just like not necessarily going the way that you would want them to. I actually don't think any amount, and again, this is a general reading, please don't limit your beliefs to your own life, but whatever, if there's any stuckness that you guys are dealing with, I actually don't think positive thinking necessarily is going to change that. We do have I'm tired of doing the same thing, so don't. Why are you? If you guys are saying that to yourself, you guys are waking up and you're like, I'm so tired of doing the same thing, maybe you should listen to your soul a little bit and try and change some things. You do have quit self-sabotaging. So on some level, you guys have recently quit. Some of you are, I would hear from you is like, I've quit that. I've cut that out. That's something that I struggled with, and I've cut that out. Some of you are still self-sabotaging in the ways where maybe I'm just saying, like, I used to smoke cigarettes until 5 weeks ago. So but like, there are certain behaviors that we do to like cope with reality that maybe aren't the healthiest for us, and that can be self-sabotaging. I don't actively feel, I want to pull a card for this self-sabotaging. I don't actively feel, maybe sometimes I just feel like, if I'm going to be honest, I feel like sometimes you guys already, when you go into situations, you guys have already kind of assumed, like, not the worst, but there's a limitation on what you guys think is possible for yourself. And I think that sometimes that sabotages you guys, if that makes sense. How can I help them, Spirit? Like, how can we just, 7 of Wands, like, you guys are like little, like, you guys are like, get away from me. Don't bother me, sir. Here's the hands. That's fighting energy, too. What is this, like, 7 of Wands? Honestly, this is giving me, like, I'm rowing in my boat. I think sometimes I will say this to this group. And, again, every situation is different. I'm tired of saying that. I think that sometimes you guys reject, like, community or friendships or partnerships or working with other people because y'all have been burned in the past. And so I feel like in some ways you guys kind of keep people at a distance, and I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but I think some levity in some people might be good for this group. Like, I almost feel like this group has too much of a chip on their shoulder, if I had to comment anything at all. Nobody put me in a position to be like, oh, well, you know how to speak for everybody and appointed me any sort of leader. I'm just saying there's something here where I feel like sometimes the way you guys self-sabotage is you kind of just like keep a distance, and you guys say you're so autonomous and you don't need help and you're good and you're this and you're that. But like, sometimes it would actually benefit you to open up to the right people, to work with other people. So I feel like more like this Confucius embarking on a journey of revenge and digging 2 graves and this hatred thing and this like whatever. It's like, you guys have been, some of you have been so burned by people in the past. Some of you have been burned by caretakers. Some of you have been burned by people just over and over and over again, that it's almost like, well, all people are like that, so I don't really need people in my life. And I think that that is just doing you a disservice. I understand. I almost fuck with this group like so hard. Like, I understand this group. I might even have gotten this group if I picked this reading. I'm not sure if it would have been 2 or 4. But there is something here where maybe you hate to hear it and you don't even like to hear it. But I actually think that putting the guard down a little bit and like letting people in, even if you're keeping them at a distance, bringing some new chi, some new life force energy. Like, we can't be, we can be, you can continue to be whatever way you guys have been, because you guys have kept yourself alive and you guys have done a great job at it. But I just think we might want to just introduce some new energy here, is all I'm saying. And I just want to, go your own way. I was going to say from Fleetwood Mac, but it's not go your own way, because I'm trying to get you guys to, with this group, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just validate your guys' existence. And you guys are strong as hetch, because I don't cuss in front of Frankie, so I always say hetch instead of hell. You guys are strong as hetch, heck. It's almost like with this group, because I don't want to keep these long, but with this group I would almost just like want to take the armor off of you guys for like a second, not like kiss your ass and not like give you guys all this flowery affection or like hugs, but I would just like want to take your armor off for a second and like give you guys like popcorn, and like we could sit in silence and like watch a show together or something. There's like something here where there's a jadedness and a hardness that has maybe gone too much into one direction, and I would like to see you guys like experience some different experiences that might make things feel a little bit lighter, like joy. I almost feel like I want to like, I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I almost like want to go like look at snails together or like other cute things. Like there's cute things in this world too, guys. Something about this, like there's really cute things in this world. So I don't know how this resonates. If you guys want to let me know. I have like literally no idea with this group. You guys are tough cookies to crack. I'm definitely not trying to crack you. But whatever you guys do with your energy, I am wishing you luck on the journey ahead. I will talk to you guys later. Godspeed. Bye. 5, settle on in. Let's get these disclaimers out of the way. You're the last group of the day. Let's get it. Let's go. So if you hear loud noises, it doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, so sorry. These are general readings, so again, I don't like doing general readings because it's like abstract. Like I could see like a blue dot and a red dot, but it's not specific. So if I'm talking about things today that you already have worked on and you already know what you're doing, then please listen to your own intelligence. I've been saying this to all the groups today. In just a world of so much information and everybody being an expert and having their own opinion, like opinions are like butts, holes, everybody's has one. It's just trust your judgment, trust the way that you're feeling. Even if I'm saying something and you're like, oh, don't absorb that, don't listen to that, don't. Like, I'm not God, I'm literally human. Group 5, typically I like to reserve for like emotionally sensitive individuals, like people who are teachers, people who are parents, people who are caregivers. Like this is like my way of giving back to those people who are in positions like nurses, doctors, like people whose professions, therapists, PT, like everybody who is in some sort of position, whether you're caretaking for a parent or you're taking care of children or you're taking care of the collective. This is like my group for that. I also just told everybody that I just like am in my room. We're just chilling. I did work out. I'm not looking my best. It's not really about that. So let's get it. Let's go. So it's funny because this group I always like to appoint like an elevated like spirituality group. So when I'm talking about concepts in this group, I feel like I'm assuming most of you guys understand what I'm saying. I do want to give a little bit of, it's weird because I've been giving a synopsis on the other groups. Like, let's say you picked 5 and you didn't even know that group 5 was necessarily what I reserved for those caretakers or like those individuals. To give a little bit of a synopsis of this group and like the overall theme this group is currently dealing with, like definitely we're striving for detachment here. We're striving for detachment with this group. We're trying to, it's so funny because like so many cards that came out today and all the other groups came out and I shuffle and I put them back and I mess up the decks. But we have from this deck, pay attention to who or what is making you feel apprehensive and listen to why. And again, I like this group specifically, like I am keeping more so as advice for those individuals who are in those sorts of professions or their life work is geared toward, like, again, you could just be like a nail tech who listens to people on a daily basis, but this specific group is for people and advice on how to stay sane, to stay calm. So a lot of you guys know, I'm assuming in this group, I'm acting like you already know, but with this group, it's like, pay attention to what's making you feel apprehensive and why. You know that energy is like air. Scientists tell me that it's real. I can't see air unless it's interacting with the trees, but I can feel it. And so again, it's like not automatically assuming some days when you're waking up and you're feeling cray-cray, it's not negating that it's possibly you that feels cray-cray, but I feel like this group is in touch. I'm already putting the assumption with this group that this group is in touch with kind of the bigger themes of suffering. Like you guys can tell whether it's your kids or your clients, or whatever, you guys are just sensitive individuals who feel the planet suffering. It's paying attention to that. Like, again, there's times where I'm just in my own life, and I'm talking to you guys like you guys are my besties, but I go upstairs and I'll come into contact with someone and I feel like all tight, dude, and like all fucking panicky and weird. I've spent enough time in my life, 38 years now, to know how I'm feeling and what my baseline is. And when I'm around something else that's like, I don't want to say it's in a negative way where it's contaminating me. But this group in general, whether you picked it because you knew that this group was reserved for that or not, it's about learning energetic sovereignty and continuing to hold those boundaries. We know, you know, or you should know, we can't save everybody. We can't help everybody. We can give people information. We can show them the way, whether that's our own children, that's our clients, doesn't matter. Our partners, people in our life, it doesn't matter. We can give the information. It's up to that person to take it. Like, we can bring a horse to water. It's up to them to drink. So from my deck, we have you are not here to conquer reality. You are here to learn how to flow with it. That came out in another group today as well. So again, we're not here to conquer reality. We're here to learn to flow within reality and to flow with the rules of it and find the flow. For some of you who are caretakers, who work with the collective, who contaminate your energy every day, I'm really like, this is for those of you who are putting yourself in a position where you contaminate your energy every day. You're dealing with other people and you're contaminating your energy every day. We're trying to get you guys to we're trying to clean out your aura a little bit. Give you like a space right here, right now, where you are seen and you understand that other people are going through the same thing as you. But we are not here to try and conquer reality. We are here to learn how to flow with it. We are here to try our best to make the best of what's going on and what reality is and flow with it as best as we can. I feel like I have to specifically say for this group, though, some people in this group do take breaks from this is like my introverts. This is my like would be my Moon in Scorpio group. The North Node in Scorpio came out, so that came out like almost in every group today. Scorpio energy. A lot of the same cards came out for like every group today. It's kind of crazy. It feels a bit redundant, but I know it's not. We have the North Node in Aquarius. That's like learning detachment. North Node and Scorpios are here to learn the emotional extremes of life. North Node in Aquarius is here to detach. Some of you might have North Nodes in Aquarius. But what we're doing is we're trying to find that balance between the emotional extremes and detachment. I feel like this group does need, some of you know this, and others of you, I'm just recommending that you take deliberate energetical breaks from people. So just for example, if some of you are a therapist or are working with students or whatever public roles of service that you have, I think like it's like almost like a decontamination zone where you guys need to like come home and check some of that shit at the door. Or like if you guys are ending work, even if you work remote and then you're ending work in your home, there needs to be like 5 minutes where I feel like there's visualization techniques about like clearing your energy. I think breathing exercises came out. Yeah, belly to chest. Breathing into a 4 count, holding to an 8 count, and releasing out to a 12 count or longer. So again, it's like breathing in through the nose to a 4 count, 1, 2, 3, 4, holding it 5, 6, 7, 8, and then releasing it through the mouth to a 12 or 16 count or longer. Again, some of you are just parents, and so if you're taking care of the baby and you're crazy all day, I know what it's like to take care of a child. You don't have any time to do you don't have any, so after the baby's taken a nap or when they've gone to bed at night, it's taking 5 minutes to decompress. Whatever your roles are, it's taking 5 minutes to just decompress, to reconnect to your center, to take some time to just like, I want you guys to picture yourself floating on an ocean, like a deep sunset, right? Where we're clearing out the energy, because I've said this in other piles today, and I've said this to my clients, and I'll say this again. Energy is like air. Scientists tell me it's real. I can't see it, but I can feel it. And so what do I do about something that I can feel, but I can't see? Okay, scientists have confirmed, quantum physics has confirmed, there's an energy to our universe. They don't know how to measure it. We don't have the tools to read it. I love that this client texted me right now because this client is representative of this energy. She's amazing. But what do you do about things that you can't see, but you can feel? You have to do a visualization technique. That's something I'm like, with this group, I'm like, I want to like slap like Jedi, like there's no skip, we're not skipping this. Like, you have to do a visualization technique that you are removing the heavy energies that you've been put under or subjected yourself to, and you need to deliberately, energetically reset yourself every day. Buddhism is this. If you think every day it's the art of Buddhism, the practice of detachment, it's a practice. It's not something you do once and then you're done. If you go to the gym and you eat good, I've been doing my gains for 2 months now. If you do that, you're going to look good. As soon as you start eating bad, falling off, not working out, you lose your progress. Buddhism is the same way. And some of you already know this, and some of you do know this and practice it, and some of you don't. If you are not working it out every single day, it's going to work you out. And some of you guys are just sensitive individuals, sun in Pisces, moon in Pisces. You guys are the feelers of the world. You guys are absorbing everything. The way that you guys feel better is by deliberately every day, no skipsies, hitting the mat for 5 minutes, doing some yin yoga, taking a deep breath. Picturing yourself literally cleansing out the energy, visualization where I close my eyes and I almost picture that like everyone I came into contact with that day. Metaphorically, I'm a building, I have a parking lot. I send the security guard to kick out everyone's energy. I'm like literally like, get gone, get going. It's business hours are closed. I need to return to myself and I need to just chill. I'm really good at that, but I've been, once you practice enough, if you've been practicing for years, I've been practicing Buddhism for 10 years this summer, it becomes second nature. I'll deal with the heaviest issue from a client, and then I will literally remember that's a separate issue. It's not my life. I will not contaminate my energy. I will not, it's like the difference between reading energy and absorbing it. And some of you guys have already explained this, because I know some of the people in this group have already had sessions with me. Some of you haven't. So for those of you who haven't, there's a difference between being in the studio, right, and reporting on the weather and being like, there's tornadoes here and there's rainstorms here, and there's a difference between being out live and reporting from the center of the storm and being like, there's a difference between reading energy and absorbing energy. And what we're trying to do is remember that there is a difference. So from my deck, how many times have you gotten through something not knowing how you would? Why would this time be any different? This came out with another group today. We had relax and the ease of doing. That also came out with all these cards today, just about the exception of like 3 came out with other groups. How many times have you gone through something not knowing how you would? Why would this time be any different? For those of you who are in, this is where I'm like, oh, my heart goes out to you. For those of you who are parents, for those of you who are in charge of like rearing life and growing a life, and like you see if the world is stressing you out and you think about raising your children, or if you're just dealing with clients and you're a therapist and your clients are, you're seeing collectively, because people who do collective work see collectively the patterns. Like I've been able to see today the patterns that are weaved in just about every group today and the messages that are coming out. You guys also know what I'm talking about. If you guys are in that line of work, you can kind of see it. Even teachers, you can see like when kids or people, the crescendo and things are reaching a fever pitch. You can see when things are dying. You see the intricacies and the patterns to people's lives. Some of you are just empaths and you guys are super sensitive and you guys feel everybody's energy all the time. Whatever it is, this is a Buddhist teaching. When monks go through things, they're not like, why am I going through this hard thing? They're like, okay, well, how many times have I gotten through something? Not knowing how I was going to get through it. Factually speaking, I'm still alive. If we're talking, we're still alive. So why would this time be any different than any other time before this, right? It's this peaceful knowing that like you can get through anything. And then when you actually conceptualize that and feel that and flex that and actually live that, it makes a huge difference in your life. How many times you've been through something not knowing how you were going to get through it and you got through it anyway? So why would this time be any different? You were going to get through it. And there's something here about relaxing in the ease of doing things. To relax in the ease of doing things means like, so when we're washing dishes, it's like not washing your dishes like this and just like trying to get it all over with. It's like actually just relaxing in the ease of doing it, feeling the soap, listening to the water. I'm listening to rainfall right now. It's just like getting relaxing in the ease of doing things and trying not to absorb others people's energy. Challenges are opportunities for my growth. There's like challenges here. I am mantra. I am a mountain and I cannot be moved. I came up with this. I was living in Pennsylvania. My house was on the edge of like the rock cut, like this cliff, and then there were I could see the other mountains, and there was a really big storm that came through, and like all these trees fell and some rocks fell, but I was like, the mountain always stands. And so I came up with this mantra: I'm a mountain, I cannot be moved. When I'm going through difficult times, or like, again, if you're just like a doctor or you're a teacher or you're a therapist, and every day your energy is getting contaminated or you're around chaos, we're not trying to become chaos. We're trying to hold our center. I am a mountain. I cannot be moved. Okay? For those of you, again, worry. Worry is not, it does not serve anyone or anything. Worry here says I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. But some of you, I feel like you're worried for good reason is what I'm hearing. You're worried about the future for your clients or for your children or for humanity. Some of you guys are just like really worried about situations right now. Again, if you guys are going through a hard time, maybe you guys are worried about the hard time that you guys are going through and whether you're going to be able to get through it or not. I think worrying does change an outcome. This card says worry. I am learning that worry does not change an outcome. I think it does. I think that what you feed grows. What you believe is true. Like, if you are worrying, I feel like that's using up more battery power than is actually available to you or could be used on other things. I'm just saying. Like, when you're worrying, I feel like when you worry, you create more to worry about. You're creating a future that... I mean, if we're talking about... Some of you know how I am. I don't really like to go like spiritually woo-woo, but we're talking about like energy and frequency and like the energy of our universe is on frequency. Like, I feel like when we worry, I think this firsthand, and I've experienced this firsthand. There are times where I have like literally created more to worry about because I was like in a constant state of worry. And sometimes I ask myself, like, is this a helpful thought or a harmful thought? Like, is this serving me? Is this even necessary? That's a question we ask ourselves in Buddhism. Is this even necessary? I feel like for some of you it's valid, but I don't think that that's going to help you guys with anything. There's a lot of changes happening for this group. So either this group is going through a lot of changes, or you guys are witnessing a lot of change on a collective scale and a collective level. 1616 on the clock when I said that. So again, face your true north. You're not for everybody. That came out today. All of these cards actually came out today. It's like crazy with the exception of two. We had cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. I feel like either you guys are going through a rock bottom moment or you guys are seeing other people's lives because you are in this line of work in some way, shape, or form. And it's holding your center, it's facing true north, it's continuing to lead in that direction, it's continuing to cleanse. It's like wash, rinse, repeat, like on Buddhist, like Mr. Miyagi. But I'm just saying, it's like wake up, do what you do, cleanse your energy, and return to your center. Wake up, do what you do, show up and serve the ways that you can, cleanse your energy, return to your center. Wake up, do what you do, serve the world in the ways that you can, cleanse your energy, come home, return to your center. Like, it's literally like when we're talking about, I'm not trying to train y'all to be fucking Jedi, but there's a strength that comes from building that, I don't even want to use the word scar tissue, but building the resistance. In Buddhism, in Tibetan Buddhism, it's called sopa. There's a couple of things that you need to be a good practitioner or a strong. Sopa's definition translates roughly to like fortitude or forbearance, but it's like the ability to withstand. A lot of Tibetan language is like it's action, it's like verb, it's not just like a commentary of like pen or like it's an action. It's the ability to withstand, but it's knowing that eventually it ends. So like the mindset is this challenge doesn't last forever, and I have the ability to withstand opposition or hard times. It's having some forbearance and some fortitude. Think of like a tree and its ability to withstand the wind. The more wind that tree experiences, the stronger its roots become. It's growing the ability to withstand. And so it's not about becoming a Jedi. It's not becoming this like never feeling like militant, like I don't have any feelings, like I don't, but it's like getting yourself in a mode, because Tibetan Buddhism specifically, and I know that not everyone in this group is like even trying to be a Tibetan Buddhist, but it's about caring for the collective and taking care of ourselves. It's not one or the other. It's a balanced approach. So for me, if I'm working with my clients all day and like upholding what I can with my family or my friends and the things that they're also going through, and then like what my partner is going through, and like if I did all that all day, then I deserve like an hour of time where like I brush my teeth. You can't skip. Because what a lot of people do who are caretakers is they skip on their own care. And so if you guys are skipping on your own care, big no-no. Again, I can't be hypocritical in the care that I give. I can't give other people care and then not feed myself and not tend to myself. It needs to be a balanced approach here. We have patience and success. So again, I feel like this is just a message for those of you who've been going through a hard time. Keep holding the line. I think you'll see an improvement in situation. Things will get better. Right now, I feel like a lot of this group are kind of like in a void phase. Whether or not you guys are parents, some of you are just, I keep seeing empaths, or just really sensitive people who kind of like hold away, hide away. They have trouble. The world just gets too heavy sometimes. Crying the spirit. It's okay. Embrace your womb, your cosmic winter. Just you can bunker in. If you need 3 days, then it takes 3 days. If you need 4 days, 10 days, whatever you need to fill up your own energy or your own cup. So I'm trying to keep these around 20 minutes. We're already at 20 minutes. I just want to pull like 2 cards as closing arguments for this group. Again, this is just a general reading. If you guys need any specific guidance, you probably would want a personal reading. We have the 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands is choices. 2 of Wands, 6 of Cups, this is happiness. This is children. Literally, there's children on this card. It's happiness. And we have the Magician. That's kind of like a card of like my will to thy will, like the power to make things happen that you want to happen. So again, it's always choosing this empowered version of yourself that can create like lush conditions for people to heal, for people to be happy, for people to enjoy. I feel like that also comes, like keep hearing this message, that comes when you also take care of yourself. So if any of you are in caretaking roles or positions, and I trust me, if you're a mom, I know how hard. Okay, I've been taking care of my nephew for the last 2 years. I'm not his parent, but oh my God, does everything else fall by the wayside? Again, if you're a caretaker, a parent, a therapist, a doctor, a PT, a physical therapist, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, you are only as good as the care. You can only provide good care. You're only as good as your own foundation. And so no skipping those meals, no skipping brushing your teeth, no skipping those cleansing, energetic, deliberate resets that you're having when you're coming home and you're letting it go. And you're saying like, we all know, well, we don't all know. I know. The 4 noble truths of Buddhism is to live is to suffer. By proxy of being alive, you might be born into a war-torn country. You might be born, those of you who are my clients, again, you know I say this. You might be born into a war-torn country. You might be born into addicted parents who are abusive. You might get into a car accident. You might have a plethora of unfavorable things happen to you. It comes with the territory. To live is to suffer. It's not that I think first and foremost this is an enjoyable existence and then there's hardship. I think that there is hardship. Like we're born knowing we're going to die. There is hardship, and then I think it's up to us to find those moments of beauty in between, in spite of or despite the hardship. And so again, with this group, I just hope that you guys can hold the line. I hope that you guys know how vital, I feel like what the guys want to say before I leave is just how crucial and vital your energy is here and the roles that you guys are playing. And treat yourself to something. I almost heard treat yourself, fool. Treat yourself to something. 22:44 on the clock. Beautiful souls, I have to go. I'm sending a big hug. I hope that this helped in any way, shape, or form. I will see you in the next one if there is even one. I don't know. We'll see. Godspeed. Big hug, big kiss. Okay, so I'm going to be answering some specific questions that you guys did ask. I have some of the I just thought it was funny. So first one I wanted to answer, which made me laugh. Why is the first topic I think of prepping for end of the world? So I'm just going to pull like 1 or 2 cards. We're going to keep these answers super brief, but should you, I'm just curious. That's why I'm asking this question. should we be, or should this person be prepping? Should they be doomsday prepping? Should we be doomsday prepping? We have the Three of Cups. Should we be doomsday prepping? Page of Cups. Seven of Swords. Should we be doomsday prepping? Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, to me that feels a little bit like maybe we should... I just think maybe it's wise. I'm not gonna re-record this, and I'm not gonna re-pull. I'm just going with the flow. I think that based off these cards, what I'm thinking is like it couldn't hurt, big picture thinking. I don't think it would hurt to have like extra supplies at your house in the event of like a catastrophic storm. I grew up in like Hurricane Miami, like hurricane towns. Like we always tried to like, I feel like you should have some batteries at your house. I feel like with the Three of Cups and the Page of Cups, like usually, and the Seven of Swords as like sneaking things away, like hoarding things. Like I definitely think that you should have some like water at your house with the cups showing up. I think that you should have some like extra food, and I definitely think that you should have some batteries. Now, whether or not I want to comment on whether we should be doomsday prepping, like all of us, I don't know. But to answer your specific question, I do think that we or you could benefit from just like stocking up on the essentials. I don't know if, like, again, like, I'm not being a fearmonger, but, like, yeah, if there's, like, a catastrophic event and it's, like, you would want to hopefully have batteries at your house, okay? So the next question I want to answer, you guys gave me such good prompts. The next question I want to answer is for Grieve and Go. She knows who she is. She's, like, the LOML, love of my life. I love this person very much, and she's going through a hard time right now. So, Spirit, can we get any just direct answers for her on Grieve and Go? We do have the Emperor sister. Emperor. Grieve and Go. Five of Wands, up with the bickering, the conflict, Ten of Pentacles. The Emperor, Five of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. I don't know if you're going to be able to grieve and go. It looks like you're going to be grieve, and then there's a lot of things to sort out. The guide's advice for you right now with your specific situation is, I'm being honest, it's kind of just like to hang in there. I'm hearing don't make any rash decisions. Don't make any rash decisions right now, okay? We have called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. I think it's time for them to step up. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader that you wish you had. I think that you need to spearhead change, but I think that don't make any rash decisions is just what I'm hearing from the spirit guides. So let's get another one. It's like picking out candy. It's going to be the last one I pick. So Mercury in retrograde, what to expect. So this is for a specific client. Again, like I'm answering specific messages for specific friends or clients right now on prompts. I'm only choosing 3. This client knows who she is, and she's going through a really hard time. So collectively, I would love for everybody to just send their love and support to this person right now. So Mercury in retrograde for this specific person, what to expect. Queen of Wands, that's looking good to me. Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. This Mercury in retrograde, Ten of Wands. Eight of Cups. I'm here. It's obviously with the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, this is arduous. And what you're going through is a difficult situation that is very arduous. What I'm hearing is like, don't fall for the trap of like, try your best. And I understand it's very hard, but try your best to mitigate. And this can go for anybody during Mercury in retrograde right now. Like, I feel like some situations that should be brought to an end maybe in this Mercury retrograde cycle are going to, like, I'm feeling like it's like things that are supposed to like end are pushing on for too long, or like it might be harder to get clarity, or I don't know what I'm specifically. It's like Ten of Swords with the Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups though. I feel like it's like the end is taking like a long time. Like whatever it is, like whether that's ending something, finishing something for people who want to leave jobs, or specifically for this client, like whatever you're going through, it might be a little bit more difficult to like get a conclusion or to get an answer or to like get any clarity. It might seem like things are just like painfully suspended for a while. You're being asked to tap into Queen of Wands energy and King of Pentacles energy. King of Pentacles is super grounded energy, and Queen of Wands is like very enterprising, and she knows what she has to offer and what she has to give, and she's gonna push through and she's gonna see it through to the end. Can we get a clarifier on this Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands? It just feels like things are difficult, this Mercury retrograde. It's like, it's hard. I don't know if your energy stores are low, if it's just hard to keep pushing forward. It's hard to keep, maybe it's hard for you to keep wanting to push forward. I would just keep pushing forward, because that Queen of Wands is about pushing forward kind of regardless. We have Star Brothers, Horus energy. The Eye of Horus is the protection symbol in ancient Egypt. Your guides want you to know that they are with you during this time. And we have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding a vision. Well, the tens are ends. And that's what I feel like there's like something new that's trying to come in, or there will be something new that's coming in. But it just feels like for the interim right now, it almost feels like it's just hard to put those situations to an end. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for joining me today. I will TTYLIGTG. Okay, bye.